So I just got an email from who I had bought my concert ticket from, and it said that the singer's concert's going to be postponed, and I'm like, what? Luckily I haven't booked my hotel yet. It was going to be done on like the 2nd of September, but the other person in the house has personal issues. Um, with having had lost a lot of money. And anyway, they've had something else on their minds, and I have been all excited about waiting for my first paycheck to remind them. Because I know if I have to depart with any money, it's gonna be happen after I'm actually paid. Because literally I have no money in my bank account. Um, and anyway, and so it's just luck that the hotel hasn't actually been booked. And I'm like, I just woke up this morning and I was like, I was really hoping that the singer would be cancelling every show but the ones in Australia. So that's sort of what I was thinking earlier on in the year when his ill health was proclaimed. And I was like, oh, I hope every concert but the Australian one is going to be cancelled. And then this morning I was like, oh no, it's like it's going to be postponed. So I'm so sad because I booked other things to do on the day of the concert so that I could have an all around purpose filled excursion all at the one time. And I'm like, this wrecks all my pre planned plans, So, I kind of think a little evil thought in the back of my mind thinking, why can't he, like, do a drug or something, get over whatever his health issues are, and tour the world, and, and, stuff like that. It's like, I don't realize how sick he actually is because I have no idea of him and his circumstances. So I sort of think a little evil thought thinking, why can't you just do a drug and do your tour high or something, um, but this year and I think last year he's been smashing his own concert tours because his health has gone down the toilet once again. And I always think his ill health is made up, like someone just pokes him with a needle and he's like, oh, I've got ill health now and I don't want to do anything. So, but then I'm like, that's not fair, is it? To suggest that he's premeditating these evilness of no shoes. So, um, so anyway, I I'm a little sad. I wrote on his Instagram, it's hard to know the boat cannot be pushed. Um, and then I put, oh, what did I put? Hard to know the boat cannot be pushed. I hoped it wouldn't come down to this, very disappointing and a little sad face. So that's what I put on his Instagram post. Because I felt so impassioned to say something like, talk about a big letdown. So, I don't. Everyone else is like, oh, get well soon. All that matters is your health, precious boy, and all this other stuff. And I'm like writing this semi narcissistic comment, but I probably should have put GWS at the end and a heart just to lighten up the flavor of the text. But in my passion, I was like, screw you and your no. In my passion, I was like, just wanting to say disappointed. But I don't like to follow his Instagram because last time I got kicked off because he wanted to private chat, and he's got a ton of little fans on who screen his Instagram, and then they like chuck you off. So, they've got a little team of narcissistic who's what screeners, and it's like, I don't know, they just end up chucking you off for some reason, and you're like going, oh, isn't it? So I've never actually signed up to his Instagram since I was checked off um, because I just thought, oh, what a screwy little team of a little narcissistic team. He doesn't want to let everyone, talk to, like, chat with them and, have fun. So, they do chuck you off. Well, they did ages ago. This was like 2004 or something. When had joined because I'd met him, and yeah, and I just joined for a little while, and then they chucked me off, and I'm like, oh, I hate everyone that's able to chuck you off. So I never signed up since. So I just see him for real if I bother to see him. But I don't like following his posts because I'm not really that much of a fan of keeping up to date with people. So sometimes, especially when it's like a little bit of a stamp against your mindset. So I just like wait for my interest to peak, and then I, Google things. So, and then I catch up then, once in a while, not like constantly follow anything. So that's just me though, because I get kind of, my emotions turn weird when I look at things for too long. So I like to forget about things and I'll catch up later, sort of thing. So that's sort of what my mentality of things, which is why I don't follow things much. But yeah, but I have to get up and I have to say, oh, don't book that hotel because, well, they could book it for a night or two. Then I can do my Christmas shopping and stuff, but I can also stay at a relative's house because I do have to be in the city for my photo shoot, but I can stay at a relative's house instead and not waste the money on a hotel. So I don't know. I don't know what. I have to discuss it. Because I want to stay in the hotel later when I want to stay in the hotel later when the concert's actually there. I have no idea how long it's going to be postponed though. It might be postponed till March. That's okay because then I could celebrate on my birthday. The thing that I'm doing on my birthday. So that would be okay too, but I don't know. I don't know, like Ramses is supposed to be like ill health for like 2 weeks, and then it's like, so obviously like he's got a worse condition of Ramses that doesn't go away, and you're like, it's supposed to leave permanent damage to the nervous system or something, and I'm like thinking, I don't know what it is really, but I don't really know how something on your ear can affect your nervous system. So obviously, if it involves any kind of paralysis, I don't know. I think I wouldn't want to do a show too. So, but I guess only he knows what it feels like. So anyway, um, but that's foiled my plans. My perfect. I'm gonna go Christmas shopping, going to photo shoots, and then I'm going to Vito around to a concert plan. I was also gonna go check out ballet, see what ballets are coming. next year. I was going to get a program. I was going to go to the museum. I was going to go to restaurants and eat takeaway. And what else was I going to do? If I stayed long enough, I might have gone to the Gold Coast to walk along the beach and visit a theme park. But I haven't done that in ages. But I think theme parks are so boring now. It's like seriously, they need to revamp the theme parks to suit the older person because it's all about, especially at Dream World and Movie World, it's getting to be all about kids. In Movie World, they're opening a huge kids section, and it's like, but they need to cater to like people who want to go but cannot ride those, weird fast rides anymore because of heart conditions or health conditions or whatever other reason. They need to sort of build a section that encourages older people to go. Not, not yeah, and so that people who are older can have a little bit of a fun time. But everyone's like, what, you need a large version of a kids section or something. It's like I don't know what you need, but it would be encouraging if they did build up something that, you know, would help older people to enjoy themselves too. Or people of ill health or, disabilities or whatever. So I think that could be something put on the agenda because at the moment it's still like forward to teenage fun. And with the extending kids section, it's now like kids and maybe kids and adult sort of fun. And then it's like, well, what happens when you're an older person and you're not so young, you're not so healthy, you've gone through life's ups and downs. What are they gonna do besides walk at through the tiny little gallery that they have for when they've got movie props on display? And it's like, they don't have anything for that, so they could have something for that, and so that people who just don't like to ride rides can have something to do. So I don't know, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that they need to put on. But it's something. There's a blank something that needs to be filled so that they can be like catering to that too. So, but don't ask me what it could be. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe like a dress up mirror section where you walk through a little mirror maze and you've got like halos of superheroes on mirrors, and you look in a mirror and it's like you turn into a superhero. I mean, that could be something. or like, a blank one, and you stand in front of a mirror and it exposes you and it shows you what you look like as a superhero or something. That could be something to do. I can see people liking that for like 10 minutes at a time. A little self-filming studio where you can sort of film yourself saying lines of a movie or something, and having a green screen backdrop to fancy up with graphic effects to make you look as though you're standing on a big tall building or something, and like have a certain backdrop set, and you like standing there, and it's like got this. It shows you as like in a costume, and when you're really just standing there, and and you say a few lines or something, and then it's like, yeah, and you get a little film or something from that, because it's sort of, that's sort of something people could spend time with. But I don't know like what rides like um that people could be encouraged to go on. So I don't know. There's a couple of ideas, but they're probably really dumb, because I can see them costing like $50 a turn or something. And everyone's like, we don't want to spend money. We're just spending, money here and money there, money everywhere. It's like even drinking water from a fountain in the future is going to cost, $5. So, but I don't know. I don't know what else. But there is a big gap for something to happen. Maybe like, no, I can't think of anything. Anyway, back to my concert thing. Yeah. I keep thinking the singer is gonna be like, I don't know. I keep thinking that they're gonna be like, not actually singing forever. So, sometimes I'm like, oh, better get a ticket now, because I don't know, it could be the last show or something, and it's like, yeah, but because they seem a little down and out. I mean, they've been down and out for quite a long time, and it's always like, you're not sure how long the singer is going to continue on with their career or anything. So, um, and, they've elongated everything for ages, but eventually, I think it's going to be like everyone's going to wake up one day, and they're going to be like, we cannot continue on, for whatever reason. And I just think sometimes, this might be one of the last times I ever see their concert, because, they always seem down and out a little bit, and it's like you have no idea when everything's going to stop. Some people hope that, true enough, some people do hope that it stops sometime, but, because it's a little bit of a concern, but his career's been on the rocks since like ages ago, and it just seems as though, any moment, like it could just like flop, and everyone's like, sorry, no more concerts, no more anything, because he hasn't really been very active, not even on social media. He's been like a few posts here and there, but it's like the way he's looking on social media, it's all about the past, and when he cancels these tours, it's all like, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I just think it's gonna be like the last time he ever tours ever, and it's like, but everyone's been saying that for ages, that he's gonna be like not touring anymore for a long time at all. So everyone's been expecting him to drop his career, and his career was expected to be dropped like over 10 years ago, and yet he's still continued it on. But you know, everyone thinks it's just a bomb waiting to drop, really. So, or a seam waiting to unravel or something. Because I know he's been struggling for a while, and that's what everyone thinks. Everyone thinks, it doesn't come across that he's going to be actually there for a while. So this is what I say before he turns 50 and he's still touring. So I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but sometimes it just seems like that. So yeah, but I'm all my hopes and dreams have come to an end, because I thought I'd have a perfect end of the year, and it's like now everything's all been foiled. So I'm not gonna have my perfect end of the year at all. So I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, that's okay. If I get this next job, I'll be like, I'm busy anyways. Yeah, but anyway, it just makes me wanna. I've been tossing and turning between seeing if I want to do this photo shoot on the beach. I'm gonna be like, I'm kind of old. I kind of got weird looks, and I need to wear long things because my skin isn't great. And they'll be like, I don't know if we want that. I don't know if we want you on the beach, but sometimes I want to do a beach shoot because they're really cool. I've lived through all of them. I have never been harmed, and sometimes people like say you're cool, at the end of it, and a friendly goodbye, and it makes you feel good. So I've been to 2 or 3 beach photo shoots, and I was like gonna put up my hand for this year's one. So, but my looks are a little bit awkward, and my face doesn't has still got quite a deep dip in the chin. That doesn't look good at many angles. So I was gonna see if I can do it because you get isolated from everyone else when you're old, and then you just do a few photographs. But I don't know. I was gonna not do it because I know my looks still a little bit awkward, but I sort of wanted to because I like the fact that you can do it with ease, and it's friendly. So so I might do that instead of going to the concert.